Hello gorgeous lady, welcome back to Higher Self and I hope you're good. I hope you're having a lovely day. Today I'm diving in and I'm being a little bit fiery, to be honest. Now I have many of you who listen to the podcast who actually say that you love it when I call you out, and today's episode is going to be exactly that. Very nicely though, however, and I'm going to give you some action steps as well. Now, what I have been on a bit of a rampage of on social media of recent is how we continuously are programmed to keep looking for the strategy to save us. However, that's not always the case. And we spend a lot of time, and I certainly spent a lot of time right at the beginning of my business, kind of growing my business, stepping into that next level of my business, constantly searching for the strategy, constantly looking for that one course that was going to fucking save me, that one course that was going to save my business, that one strategy that was going to make me sell millions of pounds, dollars, yada yada yada, on stories, posts, whatever you want to, wherever you are right now. And there was this continuous loop. I would buy the course and I would think, oh my God, this is the one. This is the one. This is going to be the strategy that I learn that changes my life forever. And quite frankly, I would say probably 1% of the 10,000 courses that I have bought, that I have invested in, that I have been through, have actually changed or quote unquote saved my business. Because actually it comes down to you. No strategy is better than the execution, and the execution comes from your subconscious, because that is your actions, and your actions are determined on your feelings, are determined on your thoughts, are determined from the subconscious beliefs that you have behind what you're working towards. Now, I want to preface this. I am not shitting on strategy right now. It is very fucking important. And I do strategy with my clients. I really step into the strategic part of their business and have a look at what they need to be doing. However, the reason why my clients get the success that they do is because we pair it with the subconscious beliefs that are really going to hold them in the execution of the strategy. So procrastination is one of the things that we work on pretty much all the time, because that is you feeling that you cannot step into the strategy that you have. Shiny object syndrome, another that we really do a lot of work on. And actually, I just wanted to do a little podcast episode on this because I see so many people using mindset as an afterthought. And what it did is it actually took me back to my very first niche. Now, my very first niche was weight loss. And I used to do hypnotherapy for weight loss. I had a plethora of clients. I used to sign 7 or 8 clients a month for hypnosis for weight loss. And every single person who came into that package said to me that this was the last straw. They tried Slimming World, they tried Atkins, they tried every diet under the sun, they had tried working out, they tried it all, and nothing was working. And I, as the hypnotherapist, was always their last resort. And what I found happened is if I was their first resort, they would have stuck to the diet / healthy eating that they were trying to get, the calorie deficit that they were going to be in. They would have stuck to the workouts that they put in their diary. They would have started to work on their self-worth and actually got to a place where they weren't losing weight to make themselves feel better about themselves. They were losing weight for a certain purpose that was beyond that. And every single time, every one of my clients was like, holy shit, Beck, I wish I'd come to you at the beginning. because it was such an afterthought. Mindset was such an afterthought for them. And quite frankly, health and fitness, every single person that I speak to, I was a personal trainer back in 2013. We're going back some time, but when I was in the fitness industry, when I was heavily in the fitness industry anyway, every single person that I speak to who has gone on to lose weight or to run the marathon or to do all the things that they want to do, it has come back to their mindset. It has come back to the beliefs that they have about themselves, about the thing that they're stepping into. And business is exactly the fucking same. And every single time, I sometimes feel as a coach that I am their last resort, that they've done the mastermind, that they've invested 50K in certain coaches, that they've done the strategic courses, that they have everything that they need in front of them. In fact, on their screen when they open up, the amount of courses that they've got saved that would really help them, they've got a plethora of those. But something still is missing. That secret sauce, that missing key, that missing ingredient that's making them actually create the wealth, sign the clients, have that next level in their business. You know what that missing key is? Your subconscious mind, your mindset, and really doing work on you having a belief system that truly holds you to execute the strategy. Because what happens is, and this happens a lot to the clients who come in right at the very beginning when we start working together, is they continuously keep changing niches, changing their message, changing their pictures, changing everything else outside of them because they think that that's going to be the thing. And actually what we do is we look inside, first of all, we go straight to the inside, we go straight to the subconscious beliefs, we go straight to the identity level, and they go, fuck, no wonder I am not following through. No wonder I am not doing the strategy. No wonder I'm not using all of these incredible resources that I have invested, which is the strategy. They're incredible. The things that you've bought, the courses you've bought, the strategy that you've learned, fucking epic. But you're not following through. And this comes down to, a lot of the time, and I'm not saying this is every single time, but I've seen it a lot, it comes down to your subconscious and your mindset, and if you believe that you can step into what you're trying to step into. You believe that you can step into that next level. So I wanted to just shout it from the rooftops to go, look, stop blaming yourself. Stop thinking that it's you that's the problem because these strategies aren't working. It is you, but it's your subconscious programming. It is not you as a person, it's not your worth, it's not your happiness, it's not you, it's the programming that you've got, that you took on from the ages of 0 to 7 at a push up to 14 years old or and beyond, that is stopping you from actually following through, from executing, from actually being fucking standing there and doing it. So that is what I want to say on today's podcast episode. Complete, absolute, on my soapbox. But I hope it starts to just open your eyes to go, okay, maybe I have invested a lot in strategy. Maybe I actually have everything I need. And I can guarantee that you already know what you should be doing. You're just not doing it. So these are 5 reasons why I see people not doing the subconscious work in their business or ignoring doing the subconscious work in their business. If one of these resonates with you, again, we are no shame here. I want you to come from it from a very neutral standpoint. I want you to go, wow, okay, Becky has made me aware of this today. Now I get to choose to do something about it, whatever that looks like. So number 1 that I see when it comes to people ignoring doing the subconscious work in your business, in their business, is because they fully believe that the strategy is going to save them. They fully believe that the strategy is going to give them the answers, and they fully believe that the strategy is the key to all their hopes and dreams. And they hold on so fucking tightly to this strategy that is going to quote unquote work, and they'll go and go and go, and maybe it won't work, or maybe you'll see a few changes and then you're reverting back. We see that subconscious pattern, and actually you're just holding too heavy onto the strategy. That's number one. Number two, maybe you have done a bit of mindset work. Maybe you've done a bit of journaling. Maybe you've taken a couple of the motivational messages. Maybe you've done a couple of the hypnosis tracks that I have on the podcast. Maybe that you've, shoved a couple of affirmations onto your phone and you do those. And you've kind of dabbled in the mindset work, you've dabbled in the subconscious work, but what happens is you don't start to see enough of a return. So you're like, well, Beck, I'm doing the mindset work. But what you're actually doing is very surface level mindset work. The changes don't come from you just journaling every now and again. The changes come from reprogramming the neural pathways within your subconscious that are so ingrained that we have to go in there, withdraw them, pull them out, find the positive learnings, really step into that new neural pathway. So what you're actually seeing and what you're viewing in your perception of the mindset work, because you've done a bit of it, is that it doesn't work, but it's because you've done it from a surface level. Number three, you're nervous of what will be uncovered if you start to dive in. This is one of the ones that I get a lot, because I started my subconscious kind of journey, my self-development, my really looking into my programming back in 2019. And I remember my first NLP, I'm a master practitioner in NLP, but my first practitioner NLP week, when I first went and learnt it, that was one of the hardest fucking weeks of my life. It was uncomfortable. I really uncovered some things that I was like, oh my God, wow. And it felt horrible. It felt really horrible to dive into there. And then I went and did my bloody master practitioner of NLP, and that was even more open, and really had to look at myself, which feels uncomfortable. But actually, once you start to dive in, you actually become quite neutral to that. So I don't want you doing the subconscious work to scare you. I want it to really fucking excite you. And to be honest, every time a belief comes up for me, I'm like, okay, let's go, we're in, let's go. Every time it comes up, I'm like, yes, okay, another belief that I get to break through. It actually becomes quite exciting. And let me tell you, it never fucking ends. So don't think that you're gonna do just a couple of beliefs and then you'll be gone. No, we're gonna be doing subconscious work to the end of the knives, but that's okay. It's really exciting, because you're like, every belief that I break through is a step closer to really fucking living my life. And I only get one shot at it, so I might as well really have a good shot at it. So really start to see that. Number four is that you lack patience. So the patience around doing the subconscious work and having that time to really integrate the new beliefs, the patience is lacking around that. And actually, you think that constantly doing more and pushing and more in the masculine, and the more strategy I learn and the more I do and the more I post and the more I am, that you feel like that's going to get you further. However, sometimes the biggest breakthroughs are in the moments of quiet. They're in the moments of surrender. They're in the moments where you go, okay, all right, I give myself time. I'm going to give myself patience. And the biggest breakthroughs come through at that point, because you actually, truly listen to yourself. You listen to you. And then the last one is that, and this is where I sat, is that it feels scary to unlock your true potential. I've spoke about this before on the podcast, that I used to have this fear behind being my higher self, because my higher self is so fucking powerful that I felt like I couldn't deal with it myself, let alone the other people around me and what they would say. And actually, the not doing the subconscious work means that you can stay in the comfort of what you know now. The subconscious is here to keep you safe. So actually you're like, well, you know, if I don't do the subconscious work and I don't break through these beliefs, this is what your subconscious is saying, then we get to stay where we are. We don't get to unlock our true potential, but that's okay because that's scary. And actually stepping into your higher self, receiving more clients, receiving more money, receiving more wealth, whatever that looks like, that feels scary. So you're like, wow, if I start diving in, that is going to be an absolute minefield for me. And I like to keep myself safe. So those are the 5 things that I see when it comes to truly having a look at 5 reasons why you are ignoring doing the subconscious work in your business. I hope today has opened your eyes that it is not you or how you're using the strategy that is the problem. In fact, there is no problem. We're just getting curious around your subconscious beliefs that hold you in the execution of your strategy. Like I said, I'm not shitting on strategy at all. It is very, very important in business. But what's also important is that you execute it, and that comes down to you and your mindset and your subconscious beliefs. So if you need help with this and you think that I am the subconscious breakthrough coach for you, get into my DMs. Let's do it together, and I'll see you on the next episode.